still limiting me. It's limiting me. So how do I, go beyond loyalty and take the right decisions in settling things, and yet not offending friendship? My third question is, why undergraduate also, I found out that it was easy attending to purpose of reaching out to young ones. I'm now working to some extent. I found out that I'm drifting away from purpose. That there is no available young person I can reach out to. People normally I reach out to as students, but the youths around me are not majorly students. So how do I merge life purpose and my present reality? Thank you, sir. And then my final question is, I woke up this morning and I found out that my work, the work I'm doing, has given me a lot of passions. And passions of make it early. I'm this guy that loves speed. Marry early, get everything early, ensure everything is fine early. And come on. And as a matter of fact, I even give myself days. Before you are 28, 25, make this thing happen. It can happen. And then I have this optimistic thinking that if you pray it, it can happen. So I woke up this morning and I found out that they are the one even pushing me.
Let me say this. What I mean, I had a message over the week I will never forget. I was on an online conference for about 3 days or thereabouts. Understand the pace of your progress or the pace of your leadership, because it's a leadership meeting. And it's as if I've not had something like that before. So the young guy, the young American that spoke at that meeting, maybe in his 32 or 33, very young guy, but was doing amazing stuff. Not just the speed, but this is pace. Whereas speed talks about how, but pace is talking about the gradual process ahead and all of that. That's why this Isaiah is still very important. Precept upon precept, line upon line, a little day. So we're talking about we need to reevaluate the pace. And the take home or the take out from that word is that your pace per time must be healthy for your progress and for your purpose. Your pace per time must be healthy. So that's why I said one of the things that every man of purpose needs to realize is that you will have to compromise somewhere. Compromise in this sense means that you are going to sometimes have to slow down. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. But if you look at it in the long run, it's not that you're actually slowing down. You are reorganizing your pace so that you can move healthily. But if you look at it in that interim, but you slow down, go, But bros, you didn't slow down. Physically or externally speaking, it looks as if you are slowed down. But you slow down to rejig and to reorganize your pace so that you can maintain health. Because after all said and done, it's not about how much we have achieved physically. It's about how much of purpose has been born through our lives. That is the ultimate, actually. So, but having said that, I personally understand purpose holistically. I believe that purpose is not just about you fulfilling the reason why you are born alone. Purpose is about you ensuring that every area of your life too are moving in tandem. So it can mean that was the difference between me. I may be wrong, but I believe so. That was the difference between me and some of our folks that we finished together from campus. Some of them, they weren't pursuing purpose. I may be wrong, holistically. From my campuses, I've always thought that purpose is holistic. Marriage is part of purpose. If you're supposed to do business or work, it's part of purpose. But you know what we have been taught over the years? That purpose is God has called me to. God has called you to, but you won't do that in isolation. There will be different departments of your life that will come into play. In fact, those will actually be your platform for now doing what you said. But a lot of people just pursue that singular, God has called me to. So marriage, they didn't pay attention. Maybe. Finance, they didn't pay attention. Some people didn't know that they are going to work after campus. So they didn't even prepare themselves for work after campus. They just said, purpose, brother, you will work. You now discover that the guy is finished from campus. He has not paced himself for a work life. You now discover that, oh boy, in fact, he don't even want to work, but when life start happening, when he say, Mom, I need that. That what? That what? Oh boy, you don't finish from school. And his parents now start saying, he now dawned on him for the first time that I've got to work. Before he start putting himself together, quote and unquote, people have left him behind. So I understood from campus is that I need to carry all those things along. They are part of purpose. I'm serious. Your work life, your marital life, your financial life, they are part of purpose. If all of those things must come in the mix to make up for what we call purpose. So, but sometimes on campus, maybe depending on where you churched on campus, we're not told all of those things. I was privileged by God anyway to attend a campus fellowship and expose hundreds of teachers that gave me that perspective. But in most places, nobody taught people. That's why you see firebrand, tongue-talking brothers who left campus and look and say, what's my life about, self? And it's not because God has mismanaged their life. No, it's because nobody gave them a holistic view to these things. So my encouragement for our brother is, it's not bad to have those plans for other areas of your life. So what you just need to do is to see how you can bring purpose into them. Why do I want to marry early? It's a question of purpose. Marriage is good, but why? Did you get my point now? Because if you don't know why, you will just be running to get married, and what are you going to say? Married by what else? Because when people get married, their eyes will open. In the sense that, so because why is it good to pursue marriage? Pursue it in the light of purpose. That is what will make those other pursuits to be meaningful. I want to make my first million before I'm 30. Why? So if you can answer the question of why, your pursuit becomes meaningful. So there's nothing wrong in those pursuits. The only wrong thing is that you didn't marry them with the overriding purpose for your life. So the idea of compromise, I was saying, it looks as if when a man to really live just aligned, because there's a way that pursuit can make you go overboard. This is you now pursuing, I want to be a millionaire before I'm 30, but your prayer life is suffering. So you need to be calming down and say prayer life, yeah, come up. That's the compromise I'm talking about. And before you know it, twice. Because some people say that don't worry, you will make some compromise. That's the truth. Especially to a disorganized life. We now get bothered that what's happening. Am I backsliding? You are not backsliding actually. It's just that you have moved from an organized life, campus life, to a disorganized society. So when you come to a fellowship, let's assume it's a campus fellowship now, 200 people are gathered. Their pursuit is singular. But is looking for that is campus-like. That doesn't mean that you're going to start another campus. But it means that what were the things, who were the people that gave me this kind of atmosphere that now helped me? That's why some of us were on campus, we still kept in touch. We are out of campus, we still kept in touch with some people. That was the secret of Daniel. The more they promoted Daniel, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they attended the same campus together. When they tested them in science, in philosophy, and all of that, am I correct? Now they graduated. Daniel is now working as an administrator. So Daniel ensured that those guys still followed him. I read somewhere in the book of Daniel that when they promoted Daniel, Daniel requested of the king that he will also promote these three guys. Not because he wanted them to make it, quote and unquote, he wanted them around his life. Because those were the campus environment that sustained him while, quote and unquote, on campus. So he ensured that he brought that same atmosphere to his off-campus or after-campus life that still gave him the relevance that he wanted. So, but it doesn't mean that there have to be 200 people. I don't know how many of them attended University of Babylon, but Daniel just took 3 people. Because people create atmosphere. The atmosphere is not the roof of your fellowship. I don't know if you get my point. It's not the cathedral where it's not footer gates, south gates that is the atmosphere. It is the people that make the atmosphere. So if I can connect with people like that, we can recreate the atmosphere that can give us the same leverage for growth and pursuit that we're having while on campus. Then the second thing I want to say, because in my note, I put your question as, am I drifting away from purpose? That's the question you should have asked. Not that I discovered that I'm drifting. But that was struck a chord in my heart because sometimes you are not drifting. You only thought you are drifting. Because your life is now on a new phase now. That's why you must see purpose. For example, you can be in the phase of your life that the emphasis is work, getting a job. But if you don't understand purpose holistically, the devil can be tormenting you that guy, you are drifting. You that used to, but bros, I'm not drifting. Always ask yourself, am I drifting? Don't just conclude that you are drifting. Because you are in a phase of life now that the emphasis is not how to minister to teenagers. While it looks as though you feel guilty, it's a phase of your life. Drift actually is a hard thing. You can be applying for job. In fact, some people can say and say that guy has backslided, that guy is no more on fire, but you know you are on fire. I don't know if you get my point. They think you are not on fire, but you know in your heart you are on fire. It's only that this phase of your life, the emphasis of your life is balance, because a lot of young people have not learned to understand this. They think that because they be able to pray for 6 hours as a